Here's a short one. Aloha to every one of you, and thank you to the Tea Party for having me here tonight and having a chance to share with you. My name is Kanohowailuku Helm. I come from Molokai. I come from the wonderful family and very community-oriented family, the Helm Ohana on Molokai. Basically, I never aspired to be a politician, to tell you the truth. I basically got involved because there was a big development that came right to my doorstep. About 4 years ago, a company by the name of First Wind, a wind developer. Came to Molokai and we had a proposal to put a 50 megawatt wind farm on a homestead land where I live in Anahake and Mo'omomi. And basically, this wind farm, the power generated from it was to be sent over to Oahu via undersea electrical transmission cable. It sounded good at first because, there's this Hawaii Clean Energy Initiative plan where we be 40% renewable energy by 2030. And a lot of us, we want to kokua and we wanted to do our part in getting off of fossil fuel and looking at clean, renewable energy resources. Well, I'll tell you what, we did our research and we come to find out that the whole plan that was proposed and what is being proposed now is actually a big scam. Can anybody tell me about the Hawaii Clean Energy Initiative plan? Can anybody tell me who's in charge of it? Nobody's in charge. Can anybody tell me if they have a plan? Control. There is no plan. The Hawaii Clean Energy Initiative was cooked up for big wind developers. The undersea cable is a green light for HECO, the electric utility, to automatically increase all of our rates. So we all suffer. Who benefits? HECO benefits. The developer benefits. And some people benefit. Those people meet behind closed doors. So that's why I got involved. And, I aloha all people. Come from a very diversified community, plantation, all different types of people, Portuguese, Hawaiian, German, Filipino. So I have a holistic view on way of life, on our way of life. And I hope we can keep that way of life here in Hawaii. We need to look at a balance between economy and keeping that way of life. Because I truly feel if we keep our way of life, the Hawaii that we all love so much, protecting the environment, also looking at smart ways to generate an economy for our islands, I think everybody benefits like that. I like to say that we should look at truly what we need instead of what we want as a whole. I think it's time we really look at what we need instead of what we want. Other than that, common sense. I'm running as a nonpartisan because I want to represent we the people.
You're the gentleman doing the YouTube videos, aren't you?
Yeah.
Well, I want to commend you on that. I've come across a couple of your videos and followed you on that, and I just really want to commend you on the outreach that you're doing with that, and the education and the movement. And I'm thrilled that you folks like you brought some people with you, spent the time to come here to the Tea Party. I think that anyone that hasn't seen your videos and your efforts should take the time to find out how to find out more information about this gentleman, and anybody in your district should stand behind you 100%. So thank you.
thank you for commending me, but actually I like to commend the people that I came with. Uncle Sam Hulu over there, who is Uncle Larry too, and Auntie Joanne too. And actually the person who puts together all the films is that man in the back, P.F. Bentley.
I'd like to know if you have a coalition or you have a group of people that feel the same way about you on Molokai. What is your support?
I have a great deal of support on Molokai.
How does the people on Molokai feel about what you're saying?
Basically, there's been 2 surveys done on this issue, the issue that I choose to run on, and hopefully raise the issue more and more throughout Hawaii. And basically, whether I get in or not, for us, we already made our stand, and more people are educated on the issue. So it's a win-win either way. But basically, there's been 2 surveys done on the island of Molokai, whether or not people supported this, and 93% opposed it. So I do have a great support on Molokai.
And we confirm that it's exposure, as Lisa said. That's what I said. That's my answer to how we're going to stop a lot of this kind of stuff where people are making all this money off us. And exposure and talking about it and education. So thank you very much for doing that.
Mahalo.
Who are you running against?
Kalani English. Well, if you're going to vote for me because you want to vote for me, not because you don't like him.
Second part to my question is, there is a windmill company looking at Hamoa in Hana, some acreage there. Is this the same company that you're referring to on Molokai? First wind.
It is Biological Capital that I think is looking at that development down in Hamoa. And Biological Capital is also connected to another company called Pattern Energy, which is looking at the development on Molokai. We've been down to Hana and talked to some of the people down there, and hopefully we raise the issue there. The next day when we drove out of Hana, and I'm going to tell you, don't drink coffee and eat pineapple before you drive out of Hana. But I'm going to tell you, the next day we drove out, the article came out. The development is being proposed there, right next to Oprah Winfrey's. Yeah.
What was your position during that whole Molokai Ranch development last year?
Was that the La'au Point development? La'au Point development? Yeah, there's. My position was in opposition to that development. Was in opposition to that development. Yeah. And this is why. This is why the opposition to that development. And to tell you the truth, there was on both sides of the issue. There was some for and there was some against. And the truth is I'll tell you this: a lot of the lands on Molokai, to me, we have to leave for agriculture. And the truth is that if Oahu, they didn't have the barge come in there, they have 5 days of food supply. Our outer islands, we should be leaving our lands open so that if that ever happens, we can provide that food for the rest of our state. Jobs are very important, and I think jobs would be minimum at some point because a lot of outside developers come in as well. Not just it wouldn't provide just local jobs. So we have a lot of outside developers come in. More and more the population grows. More and more the land is overdeveloped. I think jobs is good, as the lady mentioned earlier about tourism. I think we need a good type of tourism for our islands where people come, they respect, they enjoy the culture. If people choose to live here, that they be a part of the community, not one gated community. See, a lot of these developments create gated communities, and they don't choose to live amongst everyone else. They live in their own little world, and that's it. That's the problem that we're having today. If people choose to live here in Hawaii, they're part of a bigger community, and we have to live like that. Not build $1 million mansion and cut yourself off from the community. That's not right. And the school above you, the school up the street, can't even survive and pay their teachers to teach our kids. That's wrong. I think that's wrong.
Are you considering running for governor in 2000?
Thank you. If you'd like to look at some of my platform, if you type in Helm for Senate, you can look it up on YouTube. Mahalo.